For this final video, we're going to add in a background and we're going to show how to change that background depending on the answer you give. So we're going to be working back in this main block of code and also on the stage. So down the bottom right hand side, you'll notice that the sprite is selected. I want to actually start working on the stage. So I'm going to click stage and I'm going to go to backgrounds. So we've got our default background. I now want two more backgrounds, one for right, one for wrong. And I select import and just randomly choose two backgrounds. And I'm going to call one of these backgrounds right, one of these backgrounds wrong. And I'm going to leave this one titled as default. I'm also going to quickly edit the background. So I'm going to edit right and pick red and just give it a big tick to say, yep, I've got that right. And I'm going to go to wrong and edit wrong. I'm going to give that a big X to say no, wrong. So I've got three backgrounds, default, right, and wrong. So with the stage, I'm going to now go to scripts, and on the scripts part of stage, I'm going to say when the flag is clicked. So when I activate on the sprite to start the quiz, I want to run some new code. So when the flag is clicked, I'm going to go down to looks, switch to background, default. So when we start, I want the background to be the default white background. After that, back to control, I'm going to say when I receive. I'm going to drag this out twice. Now this is saying when the stage receives something. So when we go back to our sprite, we're going to put in what we call a broadcast command. So when we broadcast something, the stage will receive it and it will do something. And in this case, what it's going to do is it's going to switch our background to right and wrong. So switch to background right, switch to background wrong. I'm going to go back to control. I'm going to now say wait, looks, and then I want to go back to the default background. Default. So what we're saying here is when the green flag is clicked, start with the white background. When we receive, and we'll fill this out later, but when we receive right, we want the background to go to the background we created called right. When we receive the wrong, we want the background to go to the wrong background. And for both, after 1 second, it's going to switch back to default. So when we have this code, it's not going to do anything just yet. Let's go back to our sprite, and let's go to our control blocks, and we are looking for broadcast. So broadcast, I'm going to say if answer equals 4, broadcast, change score, say correct. For broadcast, I'm going to click the drop down box, new, and I'm going to type in right. That's what the stage is listening for. I'm going to go broadcast, if it's incorrect, new, wrong. And I'm going to do the same thing for the second question. Broadcast, right, broadcast, wrong. So what we're saying here, if answer equals 4 and we get the answer right, we're going to do three things. We're going to broadcast right, which talks to the stage, which is going to change the background. We're going to change the score by 1, which we've seen, and my cat is going to say correct, which we've seen. If we get it wrong, the cat is going to say incorrect, and it's going to show the wrong background. So before this works, I need to go back to my stage, when I receive right, when I receive wrong. Let's go back to our sprite, run the code. Welcome to my quiz. 2 plus 2 is 4, I get the correct background. 10 plus 10 is 2, I get the incorrect background. So we've set it up to change the background of the stage for each question we answer, whether it be right or wrong. Once again, we're broadcasting from the sprite, and that broadcast is talking to the stage, and that's how the stage changes the background.